Have you seen an eagle fighting with an alligator for its life? How about a vicious battle between an eagle and a grizzly bear? I mean, is that even a competition? Well, eagles are the kings of the sky, and they can win a fight no matter the opponent. And if you want to know how merciless eagles can be during a fight, keep watching the video. 14 most unbelievable eagle attacks caught on camera. Number 14. Eagle attacks crane. Cranes are found throughout the world, except Antarctica and South America. They may eat a wide range of food items, including small mammals, shellfish, frogs, plants, and more. Even though they are expert predators in their own right, they aren't the only ones in their habitats. They often have to compete for their food with eagles. This eagle comes flying, thinking it can just snatch the crane's catch, but as soon as it's about to go in for the thievery, the crane retaliates. The eagle is immediately in two minds about what to do. It circles the birds, but is unable to find an opening to steal their food. Well, the eagles don't always win. This next fight looks straight out of a Hollywood action film. An eagle chases after a crane and attacks it mid-air. The crane is able to fend off the attack, but lands in the water as a result. The eagle returns for round 2, and the crane turns upside down in the water to use its legs and retaliate, foiling the eagle's plans. Because of its insane fighting abilities, this crane manages to get out of this face-off alive. Number 13. Eagle attacks wood grouses. Grouses are birds that survive mostly on soft fruits, leaves, twigs, acorns, and the like. However, the juvenile birds primarily feed on insects. But these vegetarian birds often fall prey to raptors, including eagles. Even though grouse are in no way small birds, they simply can't match the brutality of eagles. These two grouses seem to be engaged in some sort of an argument. Taking advantage of their distracted state, an eagle swoops in and launches a brutal attack on one of the birds. The victim goes down almost immediately. The other grouse comes to its rescue, but is totally useless against the might and strength of the eagle. Even after flapping its wings furiously, it cannot save its compatriot. Eventually, the eagle lashes out at the defender and knocks it down too. Number 12. Eagle attacks monkey. We all know how intelligent and capable primates are. Be it foraging around or evading predators, monkeys have always found a way to keep themselves safe. But will their strategies prove to be enough when they get attacked by something as deadly and honed as an eagle? Here's a troop of monkeys taking on a giant eagle. The primates try to swarm the eagle from all directions, but the eagle somehow manages to hold its ground and scare them away. We don't really know how this altercation ended, but it looked like the eagle was in a really tough spot here. Number 11. Eagle versus alligator. Alligators don't really need an introduction when it comes to how deadly these creatures can get. Their massive and powerful jaws of death pack enough punch to crush bones and kill prey without breaking a sweat. But can this vicious reptile take down an eagle? This eagle finds itself in a tight spot, as it can't fly away since it's completely wet. As the eagle desperately tries to stay afloat and reach the shore, the alligator closes in for the attack. Just when it seems like the eagle made it to the shore, the reptile moves in quickly and catches the bird in its jaws, just a couple of inches away from land. Even though the eagle tried its best, the alligator came out on top in this fight. Number 10. Eagle attacks sea snake. At first glance, you'd think that sea snakes are harmless, but don't let their appearance deceive you for once. Some sea snakes are extremely venomous, and an encounter with them could end up in excruciating pain or even death. But eagles just don't seem to care, because these predatory birds often feed on sea snakes, and thus know very well how to handle one. This eagle that's soaring over the water has just noticed a sea snake. The reptile notices the movement in the sky and dives deeper into the water to save itself. But there's a catch. Even though sea snakes are capable of diving deep underwater, they do need to come to the surface to breathe, even if it's for a short period of time. The raptor seems to know this very well, and it waits for the snake to pop up. As soon as the snake comes near the surface, the eagle swoops in and grabs it in its talons. All that's left to do now is to take the freshly caught meals to its hungry young ones. Number 9. Eagle attacks mountain goat. Mountain goats have truly mastered the art of surviving in the rugged and mountainous habitat of North America, but there is one danger that they constantly face, and that's eagles. Some species of eagles are infamous for attacking mountain goats and shoving them off cliffs in hopes that gravity will kill their prey. Take a look at this mountain goat on the side of a steep cliff. An eagle that's gliding nearby notices it and goes in for an attack. It dives right towards the goat and lands a hard hit. Next, the raptor immediately grabs the goat and throws it off the cliff in hopes that gravity will do the rest and make its job easier. Death is inevitable for this goat as it drops almost hundreds of feet to the ground. The impact instantly kills the goat. The raptor quickly flies down to claim its meal and starts enjoying the feast. Number 8. Eagle attacks fox. Foxes have one of the best nighttime hunting abilities of all predators. Apart from being expert hunters, these creatures are also incredibly good at scavenging. They use their sharp retracting claws and predation skills to take on any threats that they might face. This eagle has locked on to a fox on the snowy meadow and is going in for the kill. It rams into the fox at full speed, talons first, and knocks it over. The raptor grabs the fox tightly in its talons and pins it down so that escaping isn't an option for its prey. Here's a fox being attacked by an eagle for trying to steal its meal. The predatory bird swoops in without a warning and lands a hard hit with its razor-sharp talons. Even though the fox tries to back off and flee with its life, the raptor ruthlessly keeps on attacking it. Number 7. Eagle attacks deer. I think it is safe to say that deer are one of those prey animals that are really hard to catch. Their impressive speed and agility combined with lightning-fast reflexes proves to be really helpful while evading even the fastest of predators. Except eagles are fast too. The golden eagle can easily reach speeds of over 150 kilometers per hour while diving. Take a look at this eagle chasing after a deer. The deer jumps over a small stream and tries to get to safety, but the eagle is just too fast for it to outrun. It flies into the deer and knocks it down on the ground. The raptor pins the deer down and digs into its flesh with its sharp talons. You can see the deer bleeding as the eagle pecks it a few times before the video finally ends. It's really unlikely that this deer survived this attack. Number 6. Eagle versus grizzly bear. When it comes to sheer body strength and ferocity, there is no other animal that can possibly match up to a bear. When compared to eagles, bears are almost 10 times their size. An eagle's chances of surviving against a bear appear to be slim to none. This grizzly bear is foraging around for food when it suddenly gets attacked by an eagle that seems to appear out of nowhere. The eagle tries to go straight for the bear's eyes, but unfortunately misses just by a couple of centimeters. This grizzly is definitely lucky, otherwise it would have had its eyes gouged out by now. Now, we don't really know if the eagle came in for a second attempt at the bear, but nevertheless, watching an eagle go after a grizzly isn't something you see every day. Number 5. Eagle attacks warthog. Warthogs don't just look fierce and intimidating. These creatures are notorious for giving larger predators a really hard time. Despite being a regular prey for many predators, sometimes it seems like warthogs really aren't afraid of anything. But do they have the same attitude towards eagles? It seems like these 3 young warthogs are trying to cross the road, but seconds later, we see that they are being chased by an eagle. As soon as they cross the road, the eagle swoops in and grabs one of them in its talons. The young warthog is still alive, but is in no condition to fight back, given the size and ferocity of the eagle. Eventually, the warthog tries to move in an attempt to free itself, but the eagle's grip is just too strong for it to overcome. Finally, the eagle manages to kill the warthog. Number 4. Eagle attacks heron. Now, herons might not be as aggressive and fierce as eagles, but that doesn't mean these long-legged birds are defenseless. In fact, their dagger-like beak that they use to stab fish can also prove to be an effective weapon to stand their own against threats. Here's a heron that is trying to steal an eagle's meal. You can already tell it's a bad idea. The heron sees an opportunity and tries to take the eagle's food, but fails to do so. Even though the raptor reclaims its meal, the heron goes in for a second attempt, but this time, the eagle manages to grab its beak. Thankfully, the heron broke free before the eagle could do some serious damage. In this one, a heron is pursued by eagles and the targeted bird makes an emergency landing in the water. While the heron may think it's safe here, that's not really true. One of the eagles dives right after it and a fearsome fight ensues between the two. Shortly after this, the attacker pounces on the heron and submerges the prey's head underwater. After the heron drowns, the eagle drags it onto land for a gala feast. In this clip, a heron seems to have caught a fish when it suddenly notices an eagle nearby. It immediately goes into an alert state. Even though the two birds don't come to blows, you know this is a serious standoff. Even though the eagle is much smaller, it doesn't think twice and starts bullying the larger bird. Unbelievably, after a few intense moments, the heron backs off and flies away from this confrontation. Number 3. Eagle versus cobra. Cobras are one of the few reptiles that are a nightmare for even the meanest of predators. These venomous snakes are loaded with such potent venom that even a few drops of it could kill an adult human in just a few minutes. But eagles don't seem to care about this, and they have been hunting snakes for ages. This brown snake eagle is taking on a cobra, and things seem to be getting really intense here. The reptile appears to be in full battle mode as it tries to scare the eagle off. The eagle isn't intimidated by any of this, and it even tries to pull the snake by its tail by grabbing it in its beak. The raptor tries the same things a few more times, but the cobra forces it to let go every time. After several minutes of being stuck in a stalemate, the brown snake eagle finally leaves the cobra alone. Number 2. Eagle attacks water chevrotain. The water chevrotain is a small nocturnal ungulate that is endemic to the tropical regions of Africa. Despite their harmless appearance, males of these species are extremely territorial and they often get into violent altercation due to the same reason. But what would happen if an eagle was to break into a chevrotain's territory? Here's a crowned eagle on the hunt that has just noticed a water chevrotain on the ground. As the eagle locks onto its target and dives in for the kill, the chevrotain jumps into the water to save itself. The eagle knows this move very well, so it decides to wait for the chevrotain to come out to breathe and keeps an eye on the water. As soon as that happens, the raptor sees its prey and immediately pounces on it, only to discover that it mistook a rock as the chevrotain. The chevrotain returns safely to shore, whereas the eagle had to leave empty-handed. Number 1. Eagle attacks coyote. Coyotes are definitely one of the top predators in the United States. Apart from being expert hunters, these creatures are also exceptionally fast and stealthy predators. Here's a coyote couple scavenging what's left of a carcass, but these coyotes aren't alone. A bald eagle has its eyes locked on the food too. The eagle circles down on the carcass, but it seems like a peaceful meal isn't an option. Meanwhile, the female coyote has opted for a takeaway, and she has a modest share in her jaws as she walks away. Unfortunately for the coyote, the eagle has decided to go for her share. The eagle flies off and swoops in on the coyote and snatches its meal literally from its mouth. Eagles are vicious predators equipped with strength, power, and tenacity. In the avian kingdom, eagles are placed at the very top of the food chain, hunting down prey and weathering the harshest environmental conditions. If you like this video of the eagle fights, then don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe button. Also, press the bell icon if you don't want to miss such awesome encounters in the animal kingdom. So, goodbye for today, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care!